Okay, let's look at the chapter 2 stuff. Again, chapter 2 might be in a little bit different order than chapter 1, but all the chapter 2 stuff will be together. So, first one is this big one. You guys remember it was everybody's favorite problem. This isn't too hard, I promise. Okay, this is not too hard, I promise, but you might want to put it in your notes. So, the domain of f. Well, f is a line. There's no risk factors in lines. So, you're looking at negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay, G is also a line. No risk factors in line. So we have negative infinity, positive infinity. Okay, now when you multiply two lines together, you will get a quadratic. That's an x squared. There's also no risk factors in x squares. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do that while we wait so you can see it. And I'll leave it up here. F of x times g of x. All that is taking the 8x plus 3 times the 9 minus 5x. Double distribute 72x minus 40x squared plus 27 minus 15x. And then we just put it in the correct order. So that's negative 40x squared. What I have 72 minus 15. So it's plus 57x plus 27. And I'm going to hold on to that because later they're going to ask me that. The domain of f and f would be just taking this times itself, f times f, which is also going to be negative infinity to positive infinity. Because when you multiply those two together, you get 8x plus 3 times 8x plus 3. You double distribute 64x squared plus 24x plus 24x plus 48x plus 9. Now, this is the one that is trickier. The domain of f over g means f is over g. So 8x plus 3 is over 9 minus 5x. They're going to ask me that later. Well, the rule is this guy can't equal 0. So 9 minus 5x cannot equal 0, which means negative 5x cannot equal negative 9, and x cannot be 9 over 5. So x can be anything in the world except that. You cannot write x cannot equal 9 over 5 on this one, unfortunately, because it's going to be on the thing. So what can it be? It can be negative infinity. Then it has to stop at 9/5. And then you do the union, because then it picks up again at 9/5. And then it goes on to infinity. Okay, now how about g over f? Well, then it flips everything upside down. And now I have g on top, which is that 9 minus 5x. And now 8x plus 3 is on bottom. But this guy cannot equal 0. So 8x plus 3 cannot equal 0. Subtract 3. 8x cannot equal negative 3. And x cannot equal negative 3/8. So what can it equal? You write it just like this. We have negative infinity until you get to the negative 3/8. And then it starts back up again at the negative 3/8. And it goes on to the infinity. Okay, now I've already done all the answers for all the rest of the problems. F times g, that was this over here. That's the negative 40 x squared plus 57x plus 27. Okay. F times F, I already did. That's right here. That's the 64x squared plus the 48x plus 9. Okay. F over G means G is on bottom. You're just going to write this fraction. You're going to write 8x plus 3 on top and 9 minus 5x on bottom. But x cannot equal, remember, x cannot equal 9/5 on this one. You just have to say what that thing could not be, which is 9/5. And then you just flip this guy upside down. So this time we put G on top, which is the 9 minus 5x. And on the bottom, you put the 8x plus 3. And for this guy, it could not equal negative 3/8. Okay. All right, now this one. This is a tricky thing. Remember what this means? This is a fancy way for asking you what is the slope? What is the slope? And I would write that down if you are going to forget. This is just asking you for the slope. So what is the slope of a line? It's easy. It's just 2/3. All right. This one, f of g of x. You are going to take g and plug it into f. So you're going to take f of g of x, means take g and put it into f. So I'm going to take f of 8 minus 5x, which means go to function f. Here it is. Take out the x and put in the 8 minus 5x. So look, still looks like f. 9x minus 6, but you put the g right inside of it. Then you clean up. 72 minus 45x minus 6. And I get negative 45x plus 66. Okay, they're going to ask you to do the other way. G of f of x means you take f and plug it into g. So you're going to take the 9x minus 6 and plug it into function g. So you have the 8 still minus 5. Take out the x and now put in the 9x minus 6. See, it still looks like g. 8 minus 5x. Distribute the negative 5. 8 minus 45x plus 30. It's negative 45x plus 38. Okay, so if you have an absolute value and you go left 2 and up 3, you go left or right, that's in the grouping symbols, and you change the sign, and up 3 just like you expect and keep the sign. So the up 3s are right here, so your choices are A and C. Left 3, you have to do opposite of the sign you think, so it's going to be up plus 2, plus 3. Okay, what is this symmetric to? Look, if you fold over the x-axis, it is symmetric. Is it symmetric over the y? Can you fold it over the y? That is no. And how about the origin? No rotational symmetry here. That is a no. Okay, what is this guy? Absolute value of x, and you can type that into your calculator. It's that ABS button. It's under math. But this is the V graph, and all it is shifted down 3. So it has symmetry right over the y-axis. Okay, now y varies directly as x. That means y equals kx. Directly means multiply. Plug in what you have, k times 6 and we're figuring out what k is. K is going to be 18 divided by 6, which is 3. And then they're going to want you to write the equation. You take the 3. Sorry, it says 3 equals 3. That should say k there. You take that k and you just plug it right into your equation. Y equals 3x. Okay, one more. Y varies inversely means y equals k over x. Y is 2. When k is 1, that's your fun fact. Figure out what k is by multiplying by 1. And k equals 2. Plug it into the equation. Y equals 2 over x. Okay, that's it for the chapter 2 stuff.